Man, oh man, this loss hits differently, man. I'm not upset at the fact that we lost. It's just the way how we lost. I'm not upset at James Bradbury. I'm upset at because there was just so many other calls that could have been called. But hey, different story for a different day, man. We lost, so be it. It's time to move on. But I think this year was our best chance to win. A lot of roster changes will be made this year, man, and we got a lot of needs that need to be filled so we can be better. So we're going to talk about that in today's video, man. So let's get straight into it. But before that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. On the grind to 10 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, but that mean a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? But let's get straight into it. I am Fourth and Goal. If you don't know, I make football videos and things like that. So now let's get straight into it. So one of the first things we have to do is sign Jalen Hurts to a long-term deal before any other young quarterback gets a deal. Okay, and I know this is obvious on, we should sign Jalen Hurts to a long-term deal, but try to get it done as fast as we can, because what I don't want is Joe Burrow gets paid, Lamar Jackson, if he gets paid, Justin Herbert and all the other guys gets paid. Jalen Hurts is going to up-one all those guys, and because Deshaun Watson messed up the QB market so badly, a lot of these quarterbacks are going to get paid so much money, way more money than him. But hey, do not get me wrong. I want to see Jalen Hurts get paid. I want to see him succeed in the NFL. But the thing is, if he eats up majority of our salary cap, we cannot pay other players, other premium players, and players in positions that actually help Jalen Hurts out in the long run, like Devontae Smith, or keeping Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown together, actually. At the same time, having the O-line prepared, or, having them good so they can block from Jalen Hurts. And then on top of that, the defense. Now, yes, I do understand that there are players that, 5th-round picks, 6th-round picks, veteran minimum, or, players that didn't get the real chance back in their first team and, they just blow up on the Eagles. But realistically, that's just not a realistic way to build a team each and every year. And just going back to Deshaun Watson and even Dak Prescott, after their rookie deals are up, or they signed, new deals, both were back in 2020. Deshaun Watson is 7-15. Now, I do understand that he missed 2021, but he only made one Pro Bowl since then. Dak Prescott, since 2020, he's been 20-12, 0 Pro Bowls, and 1-2 in the playoffs, man. Now, look at these three quarterbacks. Now, I'm only going to bring up 3 quarterbacks. Now, 3 relatively successful quarterbacks: Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. And start with Jalen Hurts: 1x All-Pro, 1x Pro Bowl, 1 Super Bowl appearance. Joe Burrow: 1 Super Bowl, 1 Pro Bowl, and Lamar Jackson: 1 All-Pro, 1 MVP, and 2 Pro Bowls. And this is all on their rookie deals. And yes, Deshaun Watson and Dak Prescott did ball out in their rookie years, but I just think they're on a higher. I think Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow, they're on a higher trajectory, if that makes sense. I just think they have way more potential than what those guys had, and I just think they're going to get way more money than what these guys are getting now. Like, Deshaun Watson is getting $230 million guaranteed. The thing is, all these other young quarterbacks, they're saying, bro, I'm doing way more than Deshaun Watson. Give me more money. Simple as that, man. And I just think we need to sign him to a deal as soon as possible to keep that low enough to where, we have cap flexibility. Now, moving on to number 2, it is very important that we get this D-line revamped this offseason. Our D-lineman is really ancient old, like old. Now, I did not include Hassan Reddick in this graph, but besides him, Jordan Davis is 22. He's a rookie. Josh Sweat is 25. He's on a relatively I think like 2 years left on his deal. But besides that, everybody else is 30 and beyond. Javon Hargrave, I think he turns 30 like sometime this week. Robert Quinn, 32. Fletcher Cox, 32. Linval Joseph, 34. Brandon Graham, 34. Ndamukong Suh, 35. Bro, this is old as dirt, basically. And the thing is, like, we have that first round pick that's like in the top 10 from the Saints. We can easily draft a D lineman. Or what we can do, what I kind of wanted to do was get Brian Burns in the mid-season. Try to get him during the trade deadline, but Panthers said no, they still want to keep him. I was kind of upset about that. Him and Hassan Reddick back, as a 1-2 combo, that would have been disgusting. But no, I'm just playing. But the thing is, now, yes, keep Fletcher Cox, maybe Brandon Graham, but everybody else has to go, right? And, well, Javon Hargrave also. And I say that because Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, they are like for the culture. And but the thing is, like, how high can they play, or how long can they play at a high or semi-high level? And I don't think their age is going to favor them too much longer. I think pretty soon, like, these dudes are just going to be liabilities. I mean, Brandon Graham, he had a pretty, I'm not going to say down season, but he almost had a down season. I think because, we had other options around him. That's what, made him get 10 sacks. And the thing is, I think he wants a lot of money because he had 10 sacks. And I just don't want to pay him that money because, I don't think he can really play at a high level too long. Another thing about this D-line is, I remember when we signed Linval Joseph and Dominic Sue, I do realize these guys are not long-term deals or long-term guys. They were just here to help us out for the rest of the season because our D-line was struggling a little bit. I remember versus the Commanders, and then immediately when we played Indy, we immediately got these two guys. So I do know that, okay? But still, I want to see this D-line revamp for the future. Now, moving on to number 3, kind of controversial, but hey, this is what it's here for, and that is replacing Miles Sanders. Now, yes, Miles Sanders, he is a really good piece for the running game with Jalen Hurts, but that's the thing, he's with Jalen Hurts. Like, he's not an independent running back like a Nick Chubb or a CMC. I think he benefits a lot from Jalen Hurts, and quite honestly, I don't want to sign him to a long-term deal where he eats up majority of our salary cap and his production just drops all of a sudden. That's just really what I don't want. I love Miles Sanders, but I just think it's time to move on from him. I'm trying to get some fresher legs. But John Robinson, that's all I'm going to keep saying. But John Robinson. Now, moving on to our final need or thing that needs to be addressed, and that is finding a new offensive coordinator. At the time I'm recording this video, the Colts literally just got our offensive coordinator, and I'm kind of upset about that. But hey, I wish the best for him. This is the second time the Colts signed our offensive coordinator in a row. First was Frank Wright, and now it's this guy. So hey, we need an offensive coordinator, somebody who's just as creative as the old one, someone who, that fits Jalen Hurts' play style and this team's playing style, so we can, be a high productive offensive team next year, man. So super excited about that, who we signed. I really want the guy from Kansas City, but that's just my dream, to have a Andy Reid thinker or a like-minded like Andy Reid or somebody in the Andy Reid tree. I think that's probably one of the best suitors because I just love Andy Reid. If you don't know, Andy Reid is my favorite coach of all time. Like, I love Andy Reid, his coaching style and his offense. Like, always been creative no matter what era. The 2000s, I think, coaching the 90s, 2010s, and now the 2020s. He's always been creative. He is a QB guru in my eyes. Like, revamped Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb. He had Alex Smith for a little bit. Obviously Patrick Mahomes, man, and other good quarterbacks, man. But man, I just want somebody from the Andy Reid tree. Honestly, I do. I just do, man. I mean, we had Doug Peterson. He was on the Andy Reid tree, and look what it brought us: a Super Bowl win. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? But nah, this is it for the video, man. This is what the Eagles, what we need to address this offseason, man. We lost the Super Bowl. Hey, time to get them next year, man. But I'm out, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We out. Peace.